original. I love the gentleman at all. I'm the African man, original. I love the gentleman at all. You can go your way.
A rooster on another man's roof. How Seun Kuti walked into Wizkid's storm. So welcome to Truth Unveiled, the podcast where we don't clap for noise, we clap for contest. Today's episode is not about fandom. It's about provocation, pride, and the ancient wisdom Africans warned us about long before social media timelines became battlegrounds. Let us begin with the proverb that frames everything. A rooster that crows on another man's roof invites stones. Arrogance borrows trouble. This is the lens through which the recent online brawl between Seun Kuti and Wizkid must be understood. First, context matters. Seun Kuti is not just anyone. He's the son of Fela Anikulapo Kuti Agbamieda, a man whose name does not just echo in music halls, but in resistance history. Fela was not only a musician, he was an institution, an uncompromising activist whose force went far beyond Africa and beyond its time. That legacy is sacred ground, which is why this entire episode odds more than it excites. For days, Seun Kuti publicly dragged Wizkid's fan base. He dragged it like he was dragging a better pass your neighbor generator. You know, not playful jabs, not intellectual critique, relentless ridicule. He mocked them, belittled them, then laughed openly that their principal did not even care about them enough to respond or even defend them, finally calling out Wizkid directly. And in African wisdom, there is another warning. When you push a goat to the wall, it turns back to fight. Wizkid ignored him. Silence, distance, restraint until irritation met persistence. Then came the reply, raw, sarcastic, and unfiltered. Okay, I big pass your papa. What do you want to do? Full at 40. And suddenly air was let loose. But here is where wisdom must step in and slow the crowd down. This became a classic African parable in real time. It is similar to the story of the tortoise and his in-law. The tortoise sins against the land, but when the villagers responded, it is the king, the father-in-law, who bears the backlash. Anyway, that's a proverb for another day if you're not familiar with it. In this case, the insult was not truly about Fela. It was about Seun. Personal frustration finally spoken aloud. It's like calling someone a bastard in response to a face of, you be bastard and do your worst. Wizkid was not declaring he was greater than Fela, who happens to be Seun's father. That would be absurd, and history rejects it outright. In fact, for the avoidance of doubt, Wizkid has repeatedly stated in several interviews that comparing him to Agbamieda, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, is an insult to the legend himself. He has openly acknowledged Fela's unmatched stature. He even carries Fela's tattoo on his body. That is not the posture of disrespect. That is reverence. So when the dust settles and the emotions cool, the truth becomes uncomfortable but clear. Seun Kuti dragged himself into this storm by dragging fans, by taunting silence, by crawling on another man's roof. And African wisdom is consistent. Arrogance borrows trouble. So this was never Wizkid versus Fela. That comparison should never exist. One is the global pop icon of this era. The other is an internal revolutionary spirit beyond eras. This was Seun versus restraint, and restraint held until it didn't. Truth Unveiled does not celebrate insults, but it refuses to rewrite cause and effect. When you provoke a response, you do not get to correct the tone. This is Truth Unveiled, where we don't clap for nonsense, we clap for understanding. My name is Wizkid, and I am the principal and CEO of Rooster Radio Academy.